Welcome back to Mr.Podcast Learner, the place where we make English learning simple, real, and fun.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. Today we're talking about something every English learner faces at some point. That frustrating moment when you understand English but can't speak it confidently.
Yes, the silent learner syndrome. You know a lot, but the words just don't come out when you need them.
Exactly. I think everyone listening right now has experienced that. You study grammar, memorize words, but when you try to speak, your brain just freezes.
Right, and it's not because people are bad at English, it's usually because of how they learn. Most learners focus too much on input, reading and listening, but not enough on output, actually speaking.
So true. I used to think watching movies and reading books was enough until I tried to order coffee abroad. Total disaster.
That's the moment we realize learning about English and using English are two different skills.
So let's break it down. Why do most learners struggle to speak confidently?
Number 1, fear of mistakes. Many learners think they must speak perfectly, so they hesitate, but perfectionism kills practice.
Exactly. I always tell my students, mistakes are just proof that you're learning.
Beautifully said. And number 2, lack of speaking practice. Most people study alone. They read, watch, maybe write, but they rarely speak.
Yeah, they listen to English every day, but they don't talk back.
True. Even talking to yourself in English helps. It trains your brain to form sentences automatically.
Right. And number 3, I'd say limited vocabulary in context. People memorize words, but they don't learn how to use them in real-life situations.
Exactly. You can know the word opportunity, but if you don't know how to say, I don't want to miss this opportunity, it's useless in conversation.
Okay, let's move to the solution part. How can learners finally start speaking naturally?
Good question. Step 1, shadowing practice. Pick a short English video or podcast, play it sentence by sentence, and repeat it out loud, copying rhythm and tone.
I love shadowing. It's like karaoke, but for your English brain.
Exactly, and it trains pronunciation and confidence.
What about vocabulary?
Step 2, learn phrases, not words. Instead of discuss, learn let's discuss this topic, or we were discussing that yesterday. Phrases are what make your speaking flow naturally.
That's such a powerful tip. And what's step 3?
Step 3, record yourself speaking. When you listen to your voice, you start noticing pronunciation issues and filler words.
It's awkward at first, but it really helps. I used to record myself answering questions like, what did I do yesterday? Or what are my goals this week? Super helpful.
Yes, you're building your speaking muscle. The more you use it, the easier it becomes.
You know, Alex, I think mindset plays a huge role too.
Absolutely. Many learners think, I'm not good enough, or I'll embarrass myself. But language learning isn't about perfection, it's about connection.
Wow, that's deep. Not perfection, connection.
Exactly. You don't need perfect grammar to express your ideas, emotions, and thoughts. You just need courage and consistency.
And confidence grows from action, not waiting until you feel ready.
Perfectly said. You don't wait to be confident to speak, you speak to become confident.
All right, let's wrap this up. Today, we learned that 1, fear of mistakes stops progress.
2, you need real speaking practice, not just passive study.
3, focus on phrases, not single words.
4, record yourself to improve pronunciation.
And most importantly, connection over perfection.
Exactly. Every time you speak, even if it's not perfect, you're one step closer to fluency.
So go ahead. After this podcast, talk to yourself in English for 1 minute. Describe your day, your mood, your breakfast, whatever.
And remember, your voice deserves to be heard.
Also, you know what's interesting, Alex? When people talk about learning, they often focus only on the technical side, like methods, systems, or productivity hacks.
But emotions play a huge role too.
Definitely. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we remember things better when there's an emotional connection. If you feel something while learning, curiosity, excitement, even frustration, your brain actually marks that memory as important.
That's why storytelling works so well. When a teacher connects facts to a real human story, suddenly it sticks.
And that also explains why some people say they can't focus. It's not always a discipline problem. Sometimes they're just emotionally disconnected from the topic.
So true. A practical tip, before studying, try asking, why does this matter to me? Even one personal reason can switch your brain from passive mode to active engagement.
Love that. Because when learning feels meaningful, it transforms from a task into a journey.
Okay, let's talk habits, because even with the best methods, without consistency, nothing sticks.
Absolutely. I think people underestimate how much tiny habits matter. If you study 20 minutes every day, it beats 3-hour cramming sessions once a week.
James Clear said it perfectly in Atomic Habits. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems.
That quote hits hard. One simple system is habit stacking. Attach learning to something you already do daily. For example, listen to a short podcast while making breakfast.
Or read one page of a book before bed. You'd be amazed how those small actions compound over a year.
Another underrated idea, create a learning environment. If your desk screams distraction, your brain associates it with scrolling, not studying.
Sure, when I started keeping my phone in another room while learning, my focus literally doubled. Here's something most people don't realize. Learning alone is fine, but learning with others accelerates everything.
That's so true. When you discuss what you've learned, your brain reorganizes that information in real time. Teaching is actually one of the most powerful ways to learn.
Right, that's called the Feynman technique. Explain a topic as if you're teaching it to a 5-year-old. If you can't simplify it, you don't fully understand it yet.
And communities help with accountability too. When you join a study group or an online forum, suddenly you're not alone on the journey.
Plus, hearing others' perspectives gives you insights you'd never find on your own.
One more thing I think is overlooked, reflection. After you learn something, pause and ask, what did I really understand? And where did I struggle?
Yeah, it's like closing the loop. Otherwise, knowledge just floats around unconnected.
And developing a growth mindset is key, believing that intelligence and skill can grow with effort.
I love what Carol Dweck said. It's not about being smart, it's about getting smarter.
Every failure or confusion moment isn't a sign to quit, it's data. It tells you where your next improvement lies.
All right, let's wrap this up with quick takeaways.
First, connect emotionally to what you learn. Make it meaningful.
Second, consistency beats intensity. Small habits every day are the secret.
Third, learn socially. Discuss, share, and teach others.
And finally, reflect. Progress starts when you pause and think.
Beautifully said. If you found this episode helpful, share it with someone who's trying to learn better. And remember, growth is a daily choice.
You're listening to Mr. Podcast Learner, where learning meets real life. See you in the next one.